Hi everybody, welcome to our next session. In this session, I would like to teach about electromagnetic induction. This electromagnetic induction, which is the second chapter of our second unit. Our title is electromagnetic induction. Okay students, already we discussed about electric fields and magnetic fields. Now our topic is electromagnetic induction. We know some scientist which is nothing but Oersted. He discovered that whenever current is flowing through a conductor, they produces magnetic field, and also Ampere derived that intensity of magnetization. But the scientist Faraday gave a converse effect. He gave a converse effect. The scientist name is nothing but Faraday. He gave a converse effect. He observed that electric field is produced by changing magnetic field. He observed electric field is produced by changing magnetic field. Here the two scientists which are about Oersted and Ampere are only give about electric field, and whenever the current flowing through a conductor, they observe magnetic field. But the scientist Faraday, he observed that and discovered that electric field is produced by magnetic field. Electric field is produced by this magnetic field. Hence Faraday discovered that whenever the magnetic lines of force are cut by a closed circuit, the magnetic lines of force are cut by a closed circuit, then automatically there induces currents in the circuits are increased or as it is whenever the changes are as it is. Here Faraday discovered that the magnetic lines of force are cut by a closed circuit. These magnetic lines of force are cut by we know electric lines of force and magnetic lines of force. Here Faraday considered these magnetic lines of force are cut by a closed circuit. Here there induces currents. Here the induced currents are as it is. It means the induced currents are whenever the changes are altered, these currents are increased or decreasing, the effects decreasing. Hence Faraday concluded that here an EMF is induced in the circuit which gives the electromotive force. The phenomenon is said to be electromagnetic induction. It means the magnetic flux linked in the circuit is changing. With respect to time, there induces an EMF in the circuit. The induced EMF, which is nothing but electromagnetic induction. Now our topic is nothing but about electromagnetic induction. We already learned about Faraday's laws and Lenz's law in our lower classes. We just recollect the definitions for the Faraday's laws and Lenz's law. We only need the definitions for these Faraday's laws and Lenz's laws only. So we go for first definition for Faraday's laws. Faraday gave two laws. The first law, whenever the flux, I write down, whenever the flux linked in a closed circuit is changed, an EMF is induced in the circuit. Faraday observed and give a law, nothing but whenever the magnetic flux linked in a closed circuit is changed, an EMF is induced in the circuit. Here the magnetic flux is indicating with the letter phi b. Here this phi b is linked in a closed circuit, it is set for closed circuit, is changed, then automatically there induces EMF in the circuit. An EMF is induced in the circuit. I write these dFi and EMF for understanding. he give the statement only whenever the magnetic flux linked with a closed circuit, he considered a closed circuit. In this closed circuit, the magnetic flux, nothing but magnetic lines of force are linked, is changing, then automatically an EMF is induced in the circuit, is observed by Faraday. And the second law, which is the magnitude of induced EMF is proportional to negative rate of variation of magnetic flux linked in the circuit. The Faraday's second statement is the magnitude of induced EMF is proportional to negative rate of variation of magnetic flux linked in the circuit. So, the EMF is indicating with the letter E from statement of Faraday's second law. Here, the magnitude of induced EMF, which is proportional to nothing but variation of magnetic flux with respect to time. It means flux changes is nothing but minus d phi b by dt. Here the Faraday's second law is, which is nothing but the magnitude of induced EMF, which is proportional to negative rate of variation of magnetic flux linked in the circuit. Here flux change in the circuit is with respect to time varying, then automatically EMF induced in the circuit is increasing. Okay, if it is decreasing, the EMF induced in the circuit is decreasing. So E equal to minus d phi b by dt. Here phi b means the flux linked in the circuit. E means EMF induced in the circuit. If there are, this is applicable for a coil, then if there are n turns in the coil, then the equation becomes E is equal to minus n into d phi b by dt. This is also said to be Newman's law. The Faraday's second law is also said to be Newman's law. Okay, these are the statements for Faraday's law. So, I hope you have learned these Faraday's laws. So, we have only the definitions for Faraday's law. So, I give the definitions for this Faraday's law. Then we go for next definition, which is Lenge's law. According to Lenz's law, the EMF, the induced EMFs, okay, here the EMFs means induced EMF or current in the circuit which opposes the original cause that produced in it. This is the statement for Lenge's law. Here Lenge's law gives the direction of current flow. Here the induced EMF in the closed circuit. Okay, the induced EMF in the circuit means ikkada closed circuit or current in this closed circuit which opposes the original cause that produced in it. If flux is increasing, then EMF is increasing, decreasing or decreasing, whatever the original cause. Here it opposes the original cause only, not the flux. Here whether it is increasing, it opposes the increasing. Whether the flux is decreasing, it opposes the direction only. So which gives the direction of current flow by this Lenge's law. Okay, we go for our topic. In this electromagnetic induction, we study about self-induction and mutual induction. Self-induction and mutual induction. We first go for the phenomenon of self-induction. Phenomenon of self-induction. So, for explaining this phenomenon of self-induction, we know. So, for explaining this, we consider a coil. So, in this coil, suppose I current is flowing, then automatically we know magnetic field is creating. So, the producing magnetic field is, which is nothing but, we consider here by passing current, then automatically here flux is linked in the coil. Here flux is linked in the coil. According to Faraday's statements, here whenever current is flowing, then automatically flux is linked in this coil. Here, according to definition of Lentz's law, so the induced EMF or current in the circuit which opposes the direction of current flow. So, it opposes only the increased current in the circuit. Here, according to Lentz's law, it opposes the increased current in the circuit. So, for understanding this, we consider a diagram. Here, now again consider a coil. In this coil, suppose I current is flowing, then automatically EMF is developed in this coil. Here, by flowing this current, here current is increasing. Then the developed EMF which is in opposite direction to this current flowing through this coil. Okay. Whenever we consider the current flowing through this coil is decreasing, current flowing through this coil is decreasing. Okay. Here in this case current I is increasing. We consider another case when the current flowing through the coil is decreasing, then the developed or induced EMF which is in the direction of this current flow. So, by self-induction phenomenon, here the induced EMF which opposes the original cause that produced in the circuit. So, here current increasing, it opposes, it means here the direction of EMF is opposite to current flow. Here, while current is decreasing, the direction of current flow is in this direction decreasing, then EMF developed is the actual direction, it means decreasing direction. Hence, from this, here the self-induction which is nothing but the induced EMF in the circuit within the circuit by changing the current while increasing or decreasing, there induces an EMF in the circuit itself within the circuit is simply said to be phenomenon of self-induction. I hope you are following the self-induction. Self-induction means whenever we increasing or decreasing current in a coil within the circuit, within the coil, here an EMF is induced. Here the induced EMF which is nothing but due to its own capability. Hence, it is said to be self-induction. So, then we go for coefficient of self-induction. Coefficient of self-induction. Here, for explaining this coefficient of self-induction, we know the flux linked in a coil is proportional to current flowing through the coil. Hence, we can write flux is indicating with the letter phi b. Phi b is directly proportional to I. It means current increasing, flux increasing, or current decreasing, flux decreasing in the same coil. So, coefficient of self-induction can be explained by considering here the flux linked in the coil is proportional to current flowing through the same coil. Here self-induction is explained about within the circuit only. So, phi b is directly proportional to I. Here this phi b equal to, here this proportionality is replaced by a constant, then we can write it as L into I. This phi b is nothing but is equivalent to Li, where L is said to be coefficient of self-induction. L is coefficient of self-induction or self-induction or coefficient of self-induction or phenomenon of self-induction. If we consider this I value, current flowing through the circuit is treated as 1 unit, then we can say that the flux linked in the circuit is phi b is equivalent to L. Phi b is equivalent to L. It means here L is the coefficient of self-induction. The coefficient of self-induction is numerically equivalent to flux linked in the coil when unit current is flows in the coil. We consider here the current in the coil is treated as 1 unit, then we have phi b is equal to L. It means the flux linked in the coil which is numerically equal to coefficient of self-induction, or coefficient of self-induction is numerically equal to flux linked in the coil when unit current is flowing through this coil. Okay, here the developed induced EMF, we say from the self-induction phenomena, and we have this induced EMF. The induced EMF is indicating with the letter is equivalent to nothing but minus d phi b by dt. d phi b by dt. Here negative sign indicating that the which opposes the original cause that produced here, hence equal to minus d phi b by dt. We substituting this phi b term in this equation, then equal to minus d by dt of that phi b value which is nothing but equivalent to Li. Okay, this is considered as equation 1. Then by substituting the phi b value which is nothing but Li. Therefore, equal to minus L into di by dt. If this di by dt value is considered as 1 unit, di by dt value is considered as 1 unit, then we have equal to minus L. From this expression, we say is that coefficient of self-induction is numerically equal to induced EMF in the coil when unit current is flowing through that coil. Here, from this expression, we conclude that the coefficient of self-induction is numerically equal to induced EMF in the coil when unit current is flowing through this coil. Okay, this is about coefficient of self-induction. Then we calculate the work done here. For this, we considering here the self-induction which opposes when the circuit is switched on. Here we consider that this is in the circuit. So, whenever the circuit is switched on, the self-induction opposes the current flowing through the circuit, hence some work has to be done. This work done can be calculated by considering dW is equivalent to nothing but minus EI into dt with respect to time, the change representing here. This dW value which is nothing but minus EI by EI into dt. So, here whenever the circuit is switched on, the self-induction phenomena which opposes the current produced in that coil, then automatically some work has to be done. Then the work done is treated as W is equivalent to minus EI dt. We already know this E value which is nothing but minus L into di by dt. Then we have this work done dW is equivalent to minus of E means minus L di by dt of I dt. Here minus of minus, then it becomes plus L di into I. It means Li di. Here cancelling by dt dt and minus of minus plus. Therefore, then dw is equivalent to Li di. So, here this work done is considered for steady state. Then the total work done in the coil, which is nothing but we have by integrating this equation, integral dw from steady state 0 to steady state, the current is treated as 0 to I naught, integral of dw. Then we have w value as I naught 0 to I naught, dw nothing but Li di. Here this L value which is constant, hence we write it before the integration. Therefore, W work done is nothing but L into integral 0 to I naught I di, integral of I di. Now integrating we have I square by 2, the limits are 0 to I naught. We substituting the limits, we have W equal to L into I naught square by 2. So we have W value as Li naught square by 2. So if we want the L value, which is nothing but 2 W by I naught square, it means the coefficient of self-induction is twice that of work done when current flowing through the circuit, which is the expression for work done. Okay, the units for self-induction phenomena, which is nothing but the self-induction phenomenon was developed by or said by J. Henry. This phenomenon of self-induction was developed by J. Henry. Hence, his scientist Henry's names are given as the units for self-induction. Hence, units for self-induction is nothing but Henry. Is nothing but Henry. So, 1 Henry is nothing but equivalent to 1 volt by 1 ampere per meter, 1 ampere per meter. These are the units for self-induction. So, if the self-induction value is nothing but 10 power minus 3 Henry, 10 power minus 3, it means it is said to be in millihenries. Okay, it is said in 10 power minus 6, it is nothing but which is equivalent to microhenry. So, here 1 microhenry is equivalent to 10 power minus 6 henries. 1 millihenry is equivalent to nothing but 10 power minus 3 henries. Okay, these terms are microhenry and millihenries are used in our problem solving. Okay, this is about coefficient of self-induction phenomenon. I hope you are following this self-induction and phenomenon. We go for the next topic, which is very important to our examination point, nothing but self-induction for a long solenoid. Self-induction for a long solenoid. We already discussed about this solenoid. Solenoid, which is nothing but a tightly wound long helical coil. A tightly, closely wound long helical coil, which is said to be solenoid. Okay, here for calculating self-induction for a long solenoid, we consider a long solenoid. Here the coil is wounded closely, tightly on this, then it is said to be a long solenoid. Here for calculating self-induction, we consider the length of the solenoid, which is as L, and there are n turns in the solenoid. We consider that the number of turns in the solenoid is capital N. We want the number of turns per unit length, then number of turns per unit length in the solenoid is nothing but small n is equal to N by L. If you want this N value is nothing but N into L. Okay, we consider a long solenoid with length L, and the number of turns in the solenoid is nothing but capital N. So number of turns per unit length is nothing but small n is equal to N by L. Then N is equal to NL. Okay. Here I current is if flowing through this solenoid, we consider that the current flowing through this solenoid, which is nothing but small I, then automatically magnetic flux is linked in the solenoid. The flux linked in the solenoid is considered as phi B. Here, due to flowing current, magnetic flux automatically linked in each coil of the solenoid. We already calculated the magnetic field induction for a solenoid, which is nothing but the magnetic field induction for solenoid is nothing but B equal to mu naught Ni. Here, mu naught is the permeability of the medium. Here we considered N means number of turns in the solenoid per unit length we considered here, and I is the current flowing through this solenoid. So here we want to calculate the self induction for solenoid. So for this we considered that flux linked in turns of this solenoid. First suppose we consider the flux linked in small part of the solenoid, which is nothing but flux linked in small part of the solenoid, which is nothing but phi B is nothing but B dot into A. Here A is cross sectional area of the solenoid. Therefore phi B is equivalent to mu naught Ni A. If there are n turns in the solenoid we considered, hence flux linked in each turn of the solenoid, which is nothing but phi B is equivalent to mu naught Ni A into N. Here the flux linked in the is already calculated, which is nothing but this N is NL. We substituting this value, then flux linked in all turns of the solenoid, which is nothing but phi B is equivalent to mu naught Ni A into NL. It means phi B equivalent to mu naught N square IAL. This is the flux linked in each turn of this solenoid. So we already knowing the self induction for phenomenon according to flux linked in each turn of the solenoid, which is nothing but phi B is equivalent to Li. From the phenomenon of self induction we just discussed above, which is the flux linked is nothing but Li. So consider this as equation 1 and this is equation 2. Here the flux linked in each turn of the solenoid is equal to self induction of the solenoid. Therefore Li is equivalent to mu naught N square IAL. Here cancelling I on both sides, we have L equal to mu naught N square AL. This is the expression for self induction for a long solenoid. Here the self induction depends upon the number of turns in the solenoid. It means turns included in the solenoid, and also A means cross sectional area of the solenoid. Here the self induction is depends upon the following factors, which are the number of turns in the solenoid and cross sectional area of the solenoid and also length of the solenoid. This is the expression for self induction for a solenoid, which is nothing but L equal to mu naught N square AL. Here this topic, which is about self induction for long solenoid. In our electric and magnetic fields we calculate the magnetic field induction for solenoid. So don't confuse about these two topics. This is flux for solenoid, it means self induction for solenoid. The topic is magnetic field induction for a solenoid. I hope you are following about this chapter, electric, nothing but electromagnetic induction by this Henry given self induction. So in our next session we go for mutual induction phenomena and about due to phenomenon of mutual induction, the working of transformer and etc. Okay. So we just recollect first about Faraday's laws, Lenz's law and self induction phenomena in this session. Okay. Thank you.